Hello! Happy Friday! It's bank holiday weekend. It's game of day time. It's a tiny bit late, not too late today. Had a few problems getting some of these main games to run, but yeah, this is arcade machine Outrunners. So this is a game I never played on the arcades back in the day, and it is by Sega. It's sort of like in between sort of sequels. I don't know how to explain it better. Outrunners. It's actually a two-player arcade machine, but on this video you're only going to be able to see the one screen. It was a multi-screen. At least as far as I can tell, it was a dual cabinet with two screens for each separate player. But yep, so I'm just going to show you player one's action. I haven't sort of like included player two's action because there is now player two on my video. But yeah, this is Outrunners. Now the game was only ported, I think, to one other system, and that was the Sega Mega Drive, and it was pretty poor on that system if I remember right. I think I've looked at that game before. But yeah, this is the arcade machine, so this is a game I never played, so let's have a look at Outrunners. So let's start the game. This was made in 1992, bear that in mind. This is quite an oldish game, which is, as you can see, the graphics look, even with this demo sequence, a track mode here, it looks quite good actually. So we got credits 5, I've just inserted 5 virtual currencies, so let's start the game and let's have a look. So first thing you're going to see on the actual arcade machine is the other screen will say waiting for the other player to join in. You can't see that on this video because I'm only concentrating on the first monitor. But yet this is the car select screen. So I'll go for this one. It ran out of time to be fair. So yeah. So you can choose between automatic and manual. Right, okay, so this is the game. Like I said, this is primarily based as a multiplayer game, but you can play single player as well if you've got no one to play with on the arcades. And yep, as you can see, for 1992, this looks very impressive. Some excellent visuals going on here. You can see how sort of powerful the arcade machines were in 1992 compared to the actual sort of home systems. So we've got some nice lovely frame rate. It's using a very advanced sprites. Whoa! It's using a very was that an audience laugh? It's using a very advanced sprite scaling technique to do the visuals. It's not polygons, or at least most of it isn't. I don't think any of it is actually. So it's sort of like a more enhanced version of what you call it, the original sprite scaling on Outrun. So yeah, good graphics, excellent visuals. You've got the horizon there, you can see it. And as you see, the game's got a comedy look to it. So far I'm not doing too good. Only got 2 seconds left. Oh, we made it. So yeah, visually it's good. Now, it's unfair to compare the original Outrun to this because this is obviously much later in the life of the arcade scene. I mean, the original Outrun was released in 1986. This was released in 1992. So that was how many years? 86, 87, 88, about 7 years in between. But yeah, it's a good game to be fair. I'm doing absolutely horrific on it. So I'll just game over on that one. So yeah, visually it's quite pleasing. You've got all the sort of like what the original Outrun games had, like the choices, which way to go. You can see that's how far I've progressed, not very far at all. So yeah, let's have another go. Now you can actually also change the radio station, or you can actually choose songs from the original game. I'm going to do that this time, so let's have this Wild Chaser car. And still stick with Novice. I don't really know anything about the actual cabinet, so I wonder if the manual transmission mode has an actual gear, a proper 5-speed or 6-speed gear lever. So this time I'm going to change the radio station. You can do that on the fly, so see that, but I'm changing it. I'm going to try and find Magical Sound Shower. There it is. So it's sort of like a sort of 1992 remixed version of that track. Oh! It's funny how the audience laughs every time they crash. That's kind of strange. But yeah, I'm guessing these arcade machines were quite popular back in 1992, especially, obviously, a lot of people went to the arcades back then. We didn't have the full arcade experience in 1992, nowhere near. So seeing this in your arcade, like your sort of like sequel to Turbo Outrun, or like a sort of parody sequel, I don't know how to explain it, because I don't think it's actually part of the lineup of games that the Outrun formula went through. But yeah, it's really good. As you see, look at this, look at the graphics on this, that horizon, etc. In 1992, and that massive draw distance, that must have been out of this world for that year. I mean, if I saw this in 1992, I was only a kid back then, but it looks very impressive, to be honest. I've really gone overkill with this new sprite scaling technology that they oh, we got a bit of corruption. Is that corruption? I was warned actually on MAME that sometimes the graphics can be imperfect. Sorry. So yeah, maybe that's what's happening here. But yeah, what do you think of this? Do you think this would have looked good in 1992? I think it looks bloody amazing in 1992. I mean, computers and graphics technology were still in quite in infancy in 1992. So on that note, thank you for watching. This is Friday's Game of the Day, Outrunners. It's actually a multiplayer orientated kind of machine, but you can actually play it on one player as well. And I'm going to give this one a massive 9 out of 10. I think it's just so innovative for what it's got going for it. And yep, so thank you for watching. If you want to play Outrunners yourself, just use MAME emulator on a PC, the latest version, and you should be able to do it that way. So I'd like to thank you for watching. Have a happy Saturday, whatever you're doing, King's Coronation, all that, and I'll see you maybe in tomorrow's video, which is at the usual time, hopefully 6 PM. So I'd like to thank you for watching, and goodbye.